Good morning. Today is Monday, October 10th, and I am doing a screencast-o-matic recording this morning for you guys to go over the announcements for this week and some reminders. So this is weeks 7 and 8. This screen is a screencast-o-matic recording, which is also something you guys can do when you're turning in assignments. I'm going to go over quest reminders, your family resource assignment, and then how we're going to handle questions, which have been amazing, about universal design for learning going forward. So first off, I hope you guys have been having an interesting time working through the content and learning some things about universal design for learning, as well as learning about students with special needs and kind of what special education is and a little bit about how it works. So let's talk first about the quest reminder. I'm going to open up Facebook, which I had meant to do before, but that's okay. I'm going to go to our group. And here we go. So lots of people, as you guys can see on your group, have been posting your quests in here. And that's great. It's great when you guys go ahead and title them quest number 6 or whatever. I've been trying to get back to everyone as time has gone on. The thing is, you don't get your points for the quest until you go into your recordings and you click on the, or not your recording, you go into Blackboard and you click on the quest number. You have to click on the quest number and then put right here, quest, type in quest complete. Sometimes there's maybe something to answer or whatever. All right. Then, you have to submit it. If you don't do that, I can't give you the points for it. So you need to complete the quests within the week that they're due. So today is due quest 6 and quest number 7 and everything before then. If you haven't done that, you need to go ahead and do it, because otherwise I'm going to start giving out no points during that week. So get back in there and get those quests completed. Now, let's look at your family resource assignment. So here we are, weeks 7 and 8. It started on October 4th. It'll be due before October 17th. So you need to create a family resource assignment. So over the next 2 weeks, you'll create a family resource assignment. It's a big assignment. Hopefully you guys have started working on it. I know one person is finished. You need to do your research, you need to learn about a tool to create your resource, and then create and share your resource. Make a plan for yourself and ask for help when needed. So you're going to research current legislation pertaining to students and families with disabilities, and that is under here in this folder. So here's 2 places to look. The Center for Parent Information and Resources, which we've looked at before, the Parent Center Hub, or the Council for Exceptional Children, which is, they have a great website, and there's the link to that. You are welcome to use other resources if that makes sense for you. So do some resources and the questions you're going to answer. Let's look at the assignment or the rubric. You can go either place to look for this. If you're looking for the assignment, you're going to click right here on this tab. You're going to download this document. There it is. It says how do we as educators serve a wide variety of students, including those with special needs, without excluding any student? The goal or objective: the student will demonstrate knowledge of current legislation pertaining to students with disabilities and their families, as well as ethical standards related to professional practices in the field. So sources, we have internet resources, videos, articles. So your assignment: create a resource to share with parents. So even though you're sharing it with me as your audience, so to speak, your target audience are parents with, that have students with special needs, or maybe parents in general. So this resource has to cover knowledge of current legislation pertaining to students with disabilities and their families, as well as ethical standards related to professional practices in the field. So let's look at the rubric. You're going to get 30 points if you describe legislation that impacts students with disabilities and their family. Check. You're going to get 20 points if you evaluate the impact of this legislation on students with disabilities and their families from an ethical perspective. So What do you think how do you think the legislation impacts these families? Is it positive? Is it negative? What are the ethics behind it? 20 points for your personal reaction to the legislation and the ethical implications. 20 points if you cite all your references. And 10 points if it is edited by a human. Okay, now let's go back. And how are you going to turn this assignment in? Well, you have some choices here. You're going to choose to either create a some more, create a screencast-o-matic, which is what I'm doing here, go to Book Builder, create a Kahoot quiz, or a Wikispaces. All of these are great, and you will have choices to choose another one of these as the semester moves on. So you'll be able to be familiar with all of these. You'll have the time. You click on, let's see, let's click on some more. That's kind of fun. And you'll sign up for it. It's free. Use the free parts. You'll create a digital newsletter, and you'll be able to turn it in. So let's go back. Let's see, click right here. You'll turn the assignment in right here. So this is the assignment icon. You'll turn it right in to where it says Family Resources. Place your completed assignment here. All of these can be turned in digitally. Now, tomorrow at 11 o'clock, at 2 o'clock, tomorrow's the 11th, at 2 o'clock in room 157, we're going to have a workshop. So in that workshop, of course, I'll be there, and everyone is welcome to work on the assignment, ask questions, ask each other, all of that kind of stuff. Something to remember is that if you cannot make it to that workshop and you still have questions to ask, you also have choices. You can set up an appointment with me by phone. We can meet in person, or we can meet in Zoom. And in Zoom, if we meet there, then I can show you my screen top on my computer and show you different places to go, which might be easier than a phone call. As a reminder, do not forget, Quest 7 is due tomorrow, so make sure you go ahead and get in there. That is to comment on classmates' assignments in Facebook. So you want to go to Facebook and write your own comments. Does not look like a lot of people have done that yet. So that's going to be important to do. So the basic way to do that is to set 30 minutes aside and go through there. And then Quest 8 starts next week, and you'll get that done. So hopefully I can see you. Make sure you continue to ask questions if you need to, and I'll talk to you soon.